Hi there, guys, and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, A Dash of the Gunners. Now, if you don't know me from previous, my name's Dashiki Dash, and usually I would have like the purple background and the purple top, and that usually represents a dash of sports. That's where I talk about all things sports related, hot topics, and trending stories. So I cover like a vast amount of different sports, different stories. But here it's going to be strictly Arsenal. Strictly Arsenal. I'm done in the red now. And I can't wait to get into all of this Arsenal talk. I'm going to be talking about match previews, match reviews and reactions, rating players, doing podcasts, debates, panels, all those kind of things, and watch alongs as well. So make sure that you keep it locked. Before I start, anyway, please help me out. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do all that jazz. If you've come over from a dash of sports, I truly appreciate your love and support. And if you're an Arsenal fan, man, let's get onto this, man. Let's get with the Arsenal chat. I appreciate your love and support as well. Let's jump straight into it, man. First thing that I'm going to hit the agenda of today is going to be the reaction and review of Arsenal versus Chelsea or Chelsea versus Arsenal. We went away to Stamford Bridge and we got ourselves a 3-2 win away from home. That's extended our undefeated battle with Chelsea. I can't remember the last time Chelsea beat us. So long may that continue because we got them back at the Emirates. And we've taken a 1-goal lead, which is weird and how I'm feeling. We won in it. We won 3-2. I just said we ain't lost to Chelsea for a while. But we were leading at least 2 goals up, man. And you see what Man City did to Newcastle. Straight 2-0. Pretty much got that semi-final first leg. Pretty much got the semi-final second leg in the bag with that 2-0. So we was 2-0 up. I think it was that 3-1. Conceded a late goal to make it 3-2. So we're taking a 1-goal lead back to the Emirates, which is not bad. We've not lost at the Emirates this season. So if we don't lose that game, we're definitely going to be in the final. So fingers crossed we can, dead that out and make it to the final at Wembley. Now it's a trophy. I'm going to admit, I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I'm sure that there's many Arsenal fans that would have felt like me back in the days and how we treated the Carabao Cup, the League Cup. I remember the last final that we were in and we lost as well against Birmingham. But generally, we usually treat this competition as a way of getting the fringe players, the young bucks, the academy players, the hot prospects, and the ones that are needing time, match and game time. They were playing this competition. So kind of disrespect it, man. If we're gonna tell the truth. But on this occasion and going forward, we need to be taking this trophy, man. Because if you see the likes of your Chelseas, your Man Uniteds, and most importantly, Man City, who are the record title winners of this trophy, man, they do not mess around, and it usually serves as a platform for success. Once you've got a load of your players that don't usually or not usually used to winning or have not won anything, or you want them just to get into that mode of like, you know what, we got it's go time to be able to get this trophy early doors. I think by February or so, you should be able to get this. And if you're able to get this, then it gives you the opportunity to like a springboard in it. And especially where Arsenal are at right now, leading the Premier League. We're top of the Champions League table at the moment. We're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. We just got to the next round of the FA Cup as well. So on all fronts, we're pushing in it. So why not try and get this first trophy out of the way so that the players can feel like they've done something, especially not too long ago, well, after the game, should I say, there was an interview with Saliba, and he was even talking like this. He was just like, "Yo, you lot can, say we're the best, defensive pairing. You can be waxing lyrical about my performances and how I'm playing and how great I am or how good I am. All of that ain't. It doesn't really mean much. Yes, it's good to hear, but it doesn't mean much when you end the season and you ain't got nothing in your pocket. You ain't got nothing to show for it, like to kind of be like, yeah, this is why we're the best. We are the best. And it goes for the whole team as well. Because more time you be hearing that Arsenal's hit the most points that they've ever done. They've got the more points at this stage than the invincible team and all of that kind of stuff. But we ain't got nothing to show for it. So this trophy is just as important as any other trophy that we're going for. So the competitions that we in, we have to go full throttle in terms of like, yeah, this is what we want. So first part is done. Like I said, we won against Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, which was like I said, it was a weird game. I'm I'm now processing everything and like thinking back, and I'm like, we won, but only we could have just kept a clean sheet, or at least kept it at 3-1. Nacho coming on. Look at this guy, man. A guy that Chelsea fans Man United fans despise, and he comes on, scores 2 goals, and you saw it meant the world to him as well, the way he was cheering. But when it comes to Arsenal, we've done well, scoring goals, set piece again to get the ball rolling, which is it's great. I'm here for it. I love it. I love how dominant we are when it comes to set pieces, whether it's corners, well, mainly it's corners. Um, if it's a free kick, in terms of delivery and stuff like that, um, we're good at it. We're good at it, and it's a way of opening the floodgates, opening the door in terms of obviously scoring, and we did it again. And what I love as well, because it grinds the gears of rival fans in it. So I love it the way the supporters, the fans at the ground, how they sing it, set piece, ole ole ole, before we've even taken a corner. I don't know if you even saw a clip of Rice that was getting mad abuse in the corner, getting abused, some like screaming out, "You're a traitor!" And I was thinking to myself, why are you calling him a traitor? You guys released him like at 14. He's still a kid. You know what I mean? Not even hit his professional level yet. But anyway, he whips in the free kick, the corner, and then we score in it. Rice turns around and he was like, yeah. But yeah, love it. We've opened up the floodgates in regards to scoring. Then Gyokeres scores a goal that I think everybody needed. Like we will normally say like, that that player needed that goal, that striker needed that goal. But I feel like the whole fan base, club, players, and Gyökeres himself needed that goal, because when he scored, you could see like the weight was lifted off his shoulders. Although he was a bit coy with his celebration, he still brought that out. But the rest of the players were trying to push him towards the fans so that he can kind of like take it in a bit more. But you can tell like he's not happy in it. He's not happy with um, his scoring record now at the moment. Obviously, how he's contributed in terms of the goals, and rightfully so, man. Rightfully so, because he came with a massive reputation to being able to score goals, and it's just not happened for him at the moment. And look, I have been the biggest critic of Gyokeres. I've been the biggest critic. I can't even lie. And I'm sure that there's many other fans like me out there. In terms of just like, I'm questioning his ability, I'm questioning the quality. And I'm really not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, man, I get it. He offers this and offers that, because I've had this debate with my friends, and there are a lot of things that people are saying that he does and he offers the team. I'm just like, but he's a number 9. That comes with the MO of the position, like, you know what I mean? That comes with the job description. Like, he is a specialist number 9. He's not makeshift. He's not a Jesus or Havertz or Marino. He's the specialist number 9. So when it comes to occupying the defenders and making runs and stuff like that, that is bog standard. Anyway, I don't want to get into criticizing him because this is not the video for that. What I will want to say is, well done. Well done, Gyökeres. In the midst of my critique and criticizing and frustration, it all comes from a very, very good place. And that is, I just want him to be able to perform. And I'm not asking for 90 goals the way he was doing at Sporting. We're not silly in it, like us fans that are criticizing him. We know that that type of goal ratio is not going to translate into the Premier League. But I do want to see, when he's taking shots, it's not going wide and he's scuffing it. Headers coming off his shoulders, like his hold up play. I want to see a little bit more from him. And hopefully, with the goal that he scored, serves as like something that will help build up his confidence. I know that, I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. Yeah, put your comments in the comment section and stuff. But when he had his post-match interview and he was like, they were talking about Ben White assisting him and he, just got the ball in, crossed it across the box and he was able to tap it in. And he said like, this is what he usually does. And he hopes that he can do more of that. And, this is not the first time that Ben White has assisted him. So he's hoping for more of that. Was that was he sending shots to the rest of the teammates, or was he like kind of putting the rest of the teammates on notice? Because although I feel he gets the ball from the other teammates, the ball goes into the box, and I always often feel like it's his run, it's his movement that lacks. Do you think that he's sending a message to the team saying like, look, man, just get me the ball? Now, what I will say in this game against Chelsea, I did notice there was many a times that the ball wasn't going to him. Now, I'm a big believer, like, it's not just about your first run, it's about your second run, it's about your third run as a striker. But there were a lot of frustrating moments, which I saw. But that's still not going to shy. I'm not going to shy away from criticizing him in terms of like when he does get the ball, often enough, it's a bit Rudy poo. But look, hopefully with that goal that he scored, the way he scored it, most importantly, very, poaching type of goal. What we've been asking for him to do, like gamble, get in there, like slide, whatever you need to do to score a goal. That's what you're here for. And what I will rate and give him his credit for is this is what you're here for, man. Moments like this in a semi-final, getting yourself a goal, assisting. These are the differences that we need from our striker. You know what I mean? Our number 9, although he wears a number 14. That's another chat for another time. But look, man, well done, Gyokeres. Listen, I'm not too proud to bring myself down, humble, and just be like, look, on this occasion, you've done very well. But also, I'm not going to shy away from critiquing and criticizing when it needs to be. I just want him to be a very, very good striker for Arsenal. But anyway, that got us to 2-0. Then they scored 2-1, Garnacho. Then we scored to make it 3. Brilliant goal from Zubimendi. Composure at the highest order. And Gyökeres is the one that set him up, gave him a bit of confidence. The hold-up play was a lot better. You know what I mean? Flicks it to Zubimendi. And Zubimendi, look, take a leaf out of Zubimendi's book here. Composure. Didn't need to smash it first time. Fainted. Dragged it again on his left. Bang. It's in 3-1. And at that point, I'm thinking, yes, here we go. 2-goal lead. Take it back to the Emirates. But then they scored. And if I think about the game in itself, in the last few games, how we've been conceding is causing a little bit of a concern for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not worried because we can defend, but going from being very, very good and not conceding goals. Now, hold on. I know I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. I know you're going to say, well, look at our defense. We had um, Timber out on the left, which I felt like he was struggling a little bit out there. You've got Ben White out on the right, and I feel like he needs a game, a run of games just to be able to get to grips with things, because I feel like the two goals conceded on that side, he just needed to be a little bit more tighter to Garnacho, not allowing him to have the opportunity to shoot and stuff like that. Although he had no, that was a previous game where he had a brilliant block. But yeah, I just feel like we've been a bit, you know what I mean, a bit off it when it comes to defending, and we've been conceding quite a few goals. So I hope when it comes to our next games, we can kind of just tighten things up, because we've got an important game against Nottingham Forest away, another away game. I think it's like 4 away games in different competitions, which is unheard of. But listen, man, no complaining, no excuses. No complaining, no excuses. But look, I am I'm just here, man. I'm just here. Like, if you know me, that I'm usually a very, very positive, pragmatic fan. Always trying to look on the bright side when it comes to Arsenal. But in the last few seasons where we've been so close and yet we've not achieved, it's taken its toll, man. I can't lie, it's taken its toll. So my approach to the season is just literally look game by game. I know it's cliche. I know it's cliche. Game by game. Let's see how it goes. But I think right now, although we're in all competitions and we're going on all fronts. So I'm getting a bit of a cold. Um, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the competitions that we're in. Um, I there was a part of me that was thinking, should we just prioritize and what we're going for? But at the same time, I feel like the winning is what's giving us confidence. Um, and the players seem hungry. So who am I to say like, yo, you should just, allow the Carabao Cup, or like let's just concentrate on the Premier League, which it is the priority. Um, but look, man, I think in how we're approaching things, it's keeping us strong. Um, the hunger is definitely pushing us. And if it is a case where the final, Man City are and make it to the final, and we can make it to the final, that's gonna be a big game. I don't want to jump the gun. I'm not trying to think too far ahead, but I'm just saying in terms of the level of the competition, you know what I mean. So it was actually good to see Arsenal put out a strong fielded team. It just shows you like, yo, man, we're doing what we need to do. So there's no excuses about like, oh, we put out a soft team and rare and we weren't able to do it. I feel like with each win, it's just making us stronger and stronger. So with that being said, if it is a case where I thought we should prioritize, what I mean, I'm revising my thoughts and bringing it back. And I feel like we should just go on all fronts. I know that Liverpool at one point in time tried to do everything and it came crashing a little bit, but we've got a good squad. I'm not saying that we're going to win everything. I'm just saying our approach, our mindset is like, yo, man, every competition, every game, we've got to win. You know what I mean? Get good results, push ourselves and see what we end up with. And with with the likes of Saliba talking about like, he wants to end the season with something in his pocket. You know what I mean? It's all good saying that they're the best and they're good and rare tear. At the end of the season, what have you got to show for it? The likes of Rice also talking like, they've learnt from the past, and I mean, their approach is going to be a lot more focused on what they need to do. So that's all I can say, man. I'm looking forward to the next game. I will give my ratings of the players in another video, just so that you could kind of just see how the players that came in, players that were in different positions, likes of Kepo as well, who was in goal instead of Raya, how well they played. And the next game is going to be against Nottingham Forest. So who is going to be ready. I hope some of the injuries are going to be clearing up. I'm hearing the likes of Calafiori possibly might be. But with Arteta, sometimes you don't know, man, because he was talking about Saliba and Trossard. Um, you know what I mean? Not or being a doubt, and then they're playing. So it's going to be interesting to see. But let me know, man. Let me know your thoughts. How you're feeling about Arsenal so far this season. Listen, man, I'm nervous. I can't lie. I'm nervous. I'm trying to hold it down. But listen, hopefully, man, fingers crossed, it can be a great season. But for more Arsenal content, Arsenal talk, Arsenal chat, it's going to be right here on a dash of the Gunners. Let me know what you want to talk about as well, man. If there's any particular things that you want me to cover, chat about, you know, I'm going to be interacting in the comments. If you're criticizing players and you're not feeling a player, I could chat about it here. Praising players, definitely going to do that here, man, because I believe a lot of the players, man, have definitely stepped up, man. Definitely stepped up. How are the new players doing? You know what I mean? The ones that we brought in, like the likes of Noni Madueke, Zubamendi, Gyokeres, obviously. It's a transfer window as well. So who do we need to bring in? Could talk about that as well in another video. But let me know your thoughts, man. Until here in the next time on a dash of the Gunners. Peace.